Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to episode 40 of Crucible Solo Southbound League. Today, I'm going to take Spectral Shield Throw and turn it into a poison build and see what happens. I've done everything through the story except Kitava and Merc Lab, so that's where I start. I can only equip 2 pieces of the gear currently, and I don't think this helmet can stay rolled like this. I need int, and I need level 70 for the good gear. I really can't guarantee poison without a chest, so we'll need to level a little bit, but do lab. Level 66. What are we doing here? I think I'm just going for int and pushing up here. More life, more mana reservation. Eldritch battery way up here still. I still need 43 int, and I'm wearing lahoops. There's no int on my amulet though. I have really good damage. Mark on hits, nice, because I didn't have to think about it, but it takes so much mana. Nice. Additional unique item from Strongbox. Nope. Hey, phase 2 is Zaro. Like with the chains, this is really easy to keep these golems taken care of. And the other mechanic in here just bounces around. I don't even have a granite flask. Feels like a mistake, but I do have the shield that is basically a granite flask. And damage, so pulling strike, tempest shield damage. Really? Oh, thank you. I'll put the reduced extra damage from crits on my boots. And what's more important here? Poison, prolif, or withered? Go with the wither. So I'm short over 30 all res with 27 all res, 28 all res, and 38 all res across all of this gear. But I have an Orm Vorax. It is very low rolled. That is an option if necessary. And I need a belt. And I'm gonna want a Stygian vise, so I'm probably gonna have to craft one of these and synthesize an item. Thinking about using life force to re-roll this and just spam life on it. Or I know I want resist, so I don't have any of those. I can probably make some though. Catalysts. 120 a chance at this. Unstables. Oh, come on. Hey, fertile. It gave me something. Defenses. I'll keep those too. There we go. Finally. Essences. I've used life. I have cold res. Lightning. I have a lightning ring. What about fire? I could try fire res, but I would really like it to hit life. I do not need chaos res. 69 life, but only the fire res probably doesn't work. Fire cold strength. Craft life isn't the worst. I could work with that. So that already looks better. And I just need levels. I need to go level. The easiest way to do that is just to farm. I got despair on hit now. That's cool. Only one curse, so the mark will win, I think. No, I guess the mark gets removed now. 67, 68, 69. It doesn't give me gloves, but that's most of everything. Got level 70. That should be enough intelligence. Yes, and I can put on the gear. Now I can also go kill Kitava. The sniper's mark is definitely something I'm missing here, but this shield does have crazy damage, and the crit chance and multi is pretty awesome. Still without flasks. Tava down. Still got a heart phase, but it's super easy. Hold down right click and wait. It's definitely cooler with the mark. On's heritage. 2 more passives. I think these need to start going towards damage, duration of ailments. 30 techniques will give me access to the mastery. And I can drop this onslaught because I'm going to put it on boots. I'll go ahead and grab that. I actually think I am going to come in here and get multi-shot. So these boots get movement speed onslaught. Not bad. And there we go. There's boots. It'd be cool to keep the gloves. Let me just go ahead and take the ring off, helmet off. Now I just took a hit on strength. So let me not take this. Instead, hit strength. I still don't have the int. Oh, I guess I lost it from the lahoop. Okay. I have a 5-link cost breeze. Just rolled really bad on evasion. On the Ming's Heart, noxious catalysts will raise the physical as extra chaos. Resists are still way off, so I think for sure the gloves need to come off. Chaos res is really solid. The gloves I have are really big evasion. They cover fire. Need big lightning with cold. I could craft big lightning on the gloves. What does that do with the helmet? I don't think 20 is enough cold. So if I put lightning res on the gloves, 20 lightning res would do it, but cold res is not there. For an amulet with cold and lightning, that's lightning to attacks. Well, damage lightning res. With dot multi though, I don't need dex as well. All res, lightning res, huge strength. That could work. That puts me way up on strength. So much that I can take the strength back out, but still need more int. Cannot get it on this amulet. Ooh, but I can. I anoint something that has int. I need to anoint Vengeance Cascade though, so maybe I'd get it on the jewel. Need int on a jewel. Life, dex, and int. Okay, I guess I take that one. I think that's enough int. It is. So I'm going to get charge duration on this shield. So I think I want to take the endurance charge on kill with this extra accuracy and then 4% strength and dex, I guess, on the obliteration. Wow, I haven't been recording for quite a while now. Well, that sucks. Well, I just put this into a T14 map to see what it can do. I just did Uber Lab. I got everything all in here, ready to go. And I don't know how much I missed. Like, I got all the gems figured out, a lot of stuff. Poisons are stacking nicely on this, on the Exiles T14 map. Oh, wow. Yeah, okay. So a lot didn't record. So I ended up going with Spectral Shield Throw. I threw in the 2020 one that I had. I leveled to get a Vicious Projectiles, level 2120 in here, running Deadly Ailments, Critical Strike Affliction, and Unbound Ailments for Poison Duration. Or as I'm running Precision, Grace, Clarity, Herald of Agony. I'm not sure how much the Herald of Agony is really doing. It's a divergent one, so it's given extra chance to poison, but I really didn't need it. I just needed something else to throw on some mana here, and Defiance Banner wasn't taking up too much of it. Wound up just, I still have it in case I wanted to use it, but it's a little tight with the mana costs of things. Got the Minx Heart in here for physical as extra chaos. That's qualityed up with the pink Noxious Catalysts to give it extra 11% fizz is extra. Then the Obliteration is giving me a chance to explode enemies and another 40% fizz is chaos. Helmet I got fit in here with cold res crafted on it. Gloves have lightning res. Craft life on this amulet that I grabbed. Life here, movement speed onslaught on the boots, and I got a Sins of Rebirth to give me Unholy Might during effect, which also creates a smoke cloud, can blind enemies, Coralitos, cause critical strikes not to deal extra damage, but we're getting 30% to dot multi from crits during effect. I don't know if this is super good or not, combined with Perfect Agony, because if my hits with crits were doing more damage, would the poisons be doing more damage? I don't know. I don't know if the crit matters when it comes to applying a poison. So if so, the Coralitos is hurting me, but I like the idea of the 30 extra dot multi there. And then Perfect Agony is giving me my crit multi, which is 370 divided by 2. That's 185 dot multi for poisons there. Still doing okay on chance to hit. The big thing is the crit chance isn't super high, but I get 100 from the Coralitos. And then I have, this is what I've been working on as I've leveled through maps, get crit chance against blinded enemies here, 30% chance to blind on hit. I grabbed Dirty Techniques and the extra skill effect duration there. Got the Mastery for 15% life if there's no life mods on body armor here. Anointed, Vengeance Cascade, and then I've started working into life here. Worked all the way up here to get the intelligence to put on the obliteration, and then I smashed a bunch of lower tier maps. I'm level 77 currently, and this is the first red map test of this, having just done lab. But it's actually, it can kill things in this map, which I'm happy about. The build is working way better than I expected it would. It's getting poisons off like crazy. It is the first time I've ever used the poison on hit against cursed enemies to its actual effect to poison enemies. I have no poison chance outside of the flask and the Herald of Agony. I have not spec'd into any poison nodes on the tree, any of that, and I'm lowering the damage of my hits to get more poisons off, and because I don't want the hits of my shield throw to damage the enemies, like destroy them. I want, if the possibility is there for the shield to chain 5 times or whatever it's doing, I want it to, because that's going to set off the shards as many times as possible. I think the Sniper's Mark is probably more effective than Vengeance Cascade is, but it's also because of Sniper's Mark that it really feels like Vengeance Cascade really gives a lot of effect here, because that's when extra shields start coming off the enemy and then they can return through me. Mostly like a single target thing with the Vengeance Cascade. Against normal enemies for clearing, it's not doing anything to help me. Only on these additional projectiles. I got a really cool purple tornado, and I have Plague Bearer if I wanted extra damage, because like it just keeps stacking. I've talked a bit about if I can get a claw, then I can get like crit multi on it, dot multi, maybe even life on hit. I don't know how that works, but then I can possibly use blade traps to apply wither, because the wither on my tree here only 25% chance to inflict, so I have to be hitting enemies lots of times to ramp the wither up. So I do have a withering step that I can apply. It is linked with my Plague Bearer and an increased area of effect. I have a withering touch here. I tried to use that on tornado. It didn't like that. So here I have faster casting, vile toxins, and increased duration. I was running unbound ailments in there to see if I could get the tornado to do poisons as well, but in the end it really doesn't matter too much. The cast time on it's ridiculous, so faster casting helps that. And my shield throw can actually hit and chain off of the tornado in its first stage. So it actually can be used to help me get extra poisons off when needed. Got another point here, written in blood. It's going to be more life. My life has not been super great because of the reduced life on the Ming's heart. Have crafted life all over the place. Not great life on my gloves or even belt. And the shield's been carrying the fizzes. Chaos is doing a lot better than I expected it to at actually making the stuff poison. But it's really noticeable that the crits are definitely giving it more. Do another one of these alleyways that I was doing. Temp chains, monster life, nothing crazy here. So I also has poison prolif here now. But the beginning of these alleyways maps is generally pretty crazy. And yes, rare beasts, fantastic, because they will just follow you around and can be extra targets for you to chain your projectiles off of to get extra sprays of the shards. Like, that's what we really want. The shards spray everywhere to inflict the big poisons. Then enemies will explode because of the obliteration. Could do it with an occultist as well without having to use the obliteration for the chance to explode. But I really don't need the withering step. I don't use it often. I don't use the Plague Bearer often. I just run around and just keep firing more projectile shards down whenever I can. And the poisons ramp up really nicely. Really nice shotgun of projectiles on the rare enemies from their targets. I mean, because poison lasts a little bit there. Pretty nice. So yeah, after a while of this, that's when I decided to do Uber Lab. And now I'm just getting the poison prolif. 20% chance to do double damage with poison. So, I mean, that's effectively 20% more damage. Just makes it even crazier. I like the purple tornado. And then, yeah, here, like, single target with the Sniper's Mark causing additional projectiles to like ricochet off. Those will return to me via Vengeance Cascade. If a projectile's gone through all of its chains, it's just not. So I don't know how insanely useful Vengeance Cascade is. I was really thinking about anointing Corruption, but the 20% increased effect of Withered off of a base 100, when you're 50% is giving me 3 additional chaos damage taken per Withered. 20% of 6 is only going to be another 1 because there's not enough increased effective Withered to get it over another tick. So I don't think that increased effective Withered will do much. I think I will probably end up in here to get multi-shot and the monsters cannot block your attacks. I thought about doing that here with Gladiator's Perseverance, but I don't know that that's the way to go. Big thing I need is just as much crit chance as I can get. And yeah, working on life next because it's going well enough. So probably get more optimal some point, once I have enough life to feel safe, I can take Eldritch Battery, get the ES moved over there, throw a Malevolence on top of all this. But let's see here. Can I do any of these maps? Beyond, less effective curses. Foundry? No. I do have lots of scouting reports. So now what do we got in here? Another Foundry that's runnable. Phantasmagoria with 2 bosses. That seems doable. Let's do that one. But first T16 map. And keep all the enemies in front of me here. Well, there's the rare map. Cool. Oh yeah, I love how it ricochets through the enemies and just sprays them all with poison. The corpse explodes kind of extra. It's not super needed, but I'm very happy with it. It's working about exactly how well, not exactly how I wanted it to, because I wanted it to chain, but it's very cool with the piercing shards as well. I wanted the shards to chain through enemies, but it probably has better like overall clear, and I could probably use more pierce than the 3 that I've gotten from the tree. I don't think pierce would be a super good 6th link, because I'm doing this in only a 5 link. This energy shield is hardly doing me anything if it's never up. Need to get like ghost shrouds or something. Boom, poisons, boom, poisons, boom, poisons. 3 shots, the magic pack's dying. But like even so, like the poisons from which 1 throw of that, if there's enough enemies for the ricochets, it's gonna spray them all with so many of the shards. It's like guaranteed to hit, so you can stack so much poisons up on some things. It's very cool. The only way to like really increase it is like increase the number of chains, which could be done. I could put chain in. I also really don't know if I have business doing T16 maps at the moment, given my life situation. But it looks really cool, and the fact that it all poisons, very rock solid. Very happy with it. Getting a super amount of extra damage over time on the critical strikes. So good. Really sucks I recorded for 3 hours, and that was me like figuring it all out and putting it all together, getting all the gems linked and everything. That was supposed to be like the big portion of the video, but like I guess we got it working. This is gonna be some crazy curse nonsense here, I imagine. Marks. I'm afraid of getting too crazy with this boss. Get some withers. Bring in the Plague Bearer, some extra damage. Yeah, this boss doesn't like to keep its sniper's marks, so I can't really get the ricochets off really nicely. All the extras. What I really want. I mean, if they stay together, I can at least chain them together. Ah, and then dead. I don't think I dropped a portal. No. And I'm not running back for that boss. I guess check what Kirak has, and then go next. Beyond Monster Life, Alhesbin. I might be jumping the gun a little bit here, but I have 61 Chaos Res, despite not having much life. I think I can handle this. And if the enemies aren't dying, it's just more enemies for me to be able to chain the shield through, just ricochet all these projectiles like crazy. Because it's really about the piercing shards that are really spreading the poison everywhere. Oh, that hurt. Pretty big fizz damage there. But clear in T16 map, a little bit of extra life. A lot of extra pack size. This pack size is crazy. So I'm actually going to be able to level this character pretty fast next time that I'm just focusing on the Kirak missions only. Yeah, gotta level. So if I die on this boss, oh well. Level 79. Want more life. Life and chance to avoid ailments. Spend the next 3 levels on those points. Just sprays everywhere. I don't have a phasing flask. I don't have physical damage reduction outside of the shield. It normally seems to get worse the less enemies there are, the harder this is. Otherwise, you just kind of kite and throw the shield. I guess these are against like the tankiest enemies just about that I can really get. Having phasing would definitely make pushing through the map a lot easier. And I got blasted by something there. Had to have been something from beyond. I don't have spell suppression either. I do have the glancing blows. That's something, I guess. Yeah, what is that explosion? Rip. Once all the fluff goes so that I can chain stuff, there's just that one enemy, it is much harder to get a lot of damage onto it. Gotta use the Tornado Plague Bearer. And still die! I'm not even gonna make it back to this boss. A couple more actual levels. Life will be doing something kind of okay. I need more pierce. This is extra fire. More AoE. I mean, those little fire explosions definitely have an AoE to them. Yeah, like this enemy does not want to die. I guess it's going to be chaos resistant. It's Alhesbin and something from beyond. Just making me miserable. like the enemy exploded. Like, it had a pulse, like, AoE to it. It wasn't this thing. Okay, what about this boss? Okay, it's gonna hurt me. Why does, like, my energy shield do, like, nothing? So the Mirage of Bones can take the mark, which is really unfortunate. But I do keep getting more stuff to chain projectiles off of. Just not always keeps the sniper's mark. Okay, made it through that boss. Only one portal, so if I get one shot here, it's over. As long as I don't get greedy, I think I got this. Damage isn't the greatest. I could have another gym link in here. Having the malevolence for the extra damage there would be good. It's here. Just I don't quite have it fully put together for something like this quite yet. But this was supposed to be the part of the video where I was limit testing this after putting it together, not the actual showcase of it, but you know, do what we can. Just like 3 hours of me sitting here in the room talking to myself, not even recording it. Oh, I actually took a hit. Oh, I got poisoned. That hurt. Just gotta keep running circles. You stop, you get hit by the snakes. That's what really will kill you. Without the sniper's mark, this would be doing much worse. And then the Vengeance Cascade actually make those projectiles from the sniper's mark actually do something more than just blow up on a wall. I was kind of turning on the Vengeance Cascade at first because it wasn't working for a pack clear, but it's really the single target that you need it, at least for a poisoning aspect of this. If I wasn't needing all of the shards and like as many hits as possible, I don't know that I would actually need the Vengeance Cascade. Plague Bearer helps so much. Tornado helps some. I don't know that it helps a lot. I don't get a ton of projectiles off into it super fast. Vortex card. A couple pairs of Hydroscale boots. Poisons or ignites deal damage faster. Okay. So boss died. Now go back to, can I clear the insane pack size map with the chaos resistant enemies that do lots of fizz damage? Probably a lot of fizz damage converted to chaos. Those enemies, they like suicide onto you from beyond. Okay, what about a jewel that has like some energy shield gain on hit? Well, how far would that go? I guess that's not super useful of a question, knowing that I plan on switching to a Divine Blessing. I guess I was just getting bum rushed by enemies and they exploded on me. That was 2 of my deaths and then I died. Maybe some kind of poison there? I don't know. Try an easier one, or maybe not. Let's try a dungeon with a purifier or fizz damage. I have to take them if Kurek's gonna give me the Guardians rather than pick an easy map and run it. I think I am gonna go switch to Life Flask. Where's that fractured flask? Reduced recovery rate, increased amount recovered. So that's gonna slow this flask down. And I can augment it. So I can, oh yeah, there we go. 16 second corrupting blood and bleed immunity. And now my flask doesn't last for 1.4 seconds. It's actually gonna last, and if I take damage, have some kind of regen from it. Okay, yeah, the enduring life flask is really cool when it's working. Oh yeah, you can really sustain some damage with that. Your flask doesn't go off when it reaches full life. Kind of pre-empty your flasks better on the life side. Really cool. Some Pathfinder things. And then yeah, I didn't really want to play Poison on Impending Doom, but then I decided to play Poison Spectral Shield Throw, of all things. Plague Bearer is still just really good. Can rip through large chunks of the map just with Plague Bearer. Rack up the poisons on it real quick too. All the shards just rippling through everything. I should probably have Cast on Death Portal on for stuff like this, but I'm actually trying to use all my slots. I had to ditch the Ancestral Protector because you couldn't use it with the wand. I don't have to fight the boss? No. Okay, let's try Purifier with vulnerability. NATO. Got the curse on hit. Does he have extra AoE? Ow! He is very fast. Ah, bleed. There's not good walls here for the ricochets to explode on. And he is very, very speedy. Could work in a Temp Chains. Get another curse going on. That will increase the effect of my poisons as well. Oh, dead. Got bopped with the fizz damage. It'll get me just about every time. Really? Ah. He's so fast. Hey, we phased. Wow. Thing is, how did I die there? And how am I dying while I have energy shield? Like, unless he poisoned, like that shouldn't be able to happen. Ow. Now that one could have been bleed. That was me. I saw myself move and it degened down. I don't have energy shield left. Sure. Can go fix it with the real build. It does have increased area of effect. The cooldown recovery. Roots. got my fragment. I am only level 79. Maybe I just need to keep farming up some more levels. And since I'm at no XP at the moment, pretty much, I showed this off. And remove all of these. I'm not going to have resistances. Okay, resistances aren't too terribly bad. What happens with the gloom thing? Like, I do not know if the shards that break off count as having chained. So I don't know if they're getting the non-chaos as extra chaos, but it doesn't really give as much damage here with the gloom thing, considering I'm giving Fizz as extra chaos, Fizz as extra chaos. So if I was stacking Fizz as elemental and had this, it'd have more effect here with the extra damage. But I do get extra chain, just don't get strength gems. Alright, so yeah, now I take lots of life on hit. I get an additional chain, which is cool. It's more going off there. The bigger the pack, the bigger it hurts. And I do take damage from all of the shards going off. So strongbox, like, is super yikes. The leech that it gives is really cool. I have Chayla is also really cool. The life flask, you can really see its effect happening here as well. If I'm going to be taking lots of damage, I can pre-fire the flask and it'll help. It makes it viable for sure because the flask is just so good. Got 3 seconds of like, you can survive the gloom thing on the flask. Oh, yeah, I just need some more of this. Some more just smash in some low tier maps to gain XP before I can really send it into the T16s from the Curak missions. But I'm impressed with how it's doing damage wise and everything, given that it seems like such a crazy idea to me, but kind of just what I do here, I guess. But POB will be in the video description if you would like to look at it. I will keep tinkering with it next time. Probably get this Eldritch battery thing figured out because I'm using so many points to get up here. And then, yeah, Temp Chains would definitely be solid as an additional curse because it's going to make the Wither linger as well as the poisons linger for longer. Let me slap all this stuff back in here. My Steel Skin, Shield Charge, Enduring Cry. So that's the biggest reason I'm not using the Gloom thing. It could roll less life per enemy hit, but still it's a lot. I don't know if a claw that gives life gain on hit, if that is generic or just with that claw, because if it gave me life gain on hit with all of these, then I could negate all that just like super easy. But it's coming along well. Seems viable. It seems really fun. I like the way that poisons just can like cascade through a giant pack of enemies. That's not going to get old for quite a bit. But that's going to do it for this one. I'd like to thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, definitely hit the like button as it really helps the channel out a lot. Subscribe to make sure you don't miss more videos from me. If you'd like to help support my channel, please consider using the super thanks, the heart icon just for the video, or by joining to become a member. And I'll see you all in the next one. Cheers.